What's going on, guys? So if you like the note of tobacco like myself, I'm going to share with you a special fragrance that's definitely one of my favorite tobacco-based scents over the past couple of years. This was a discovery I made last year at the Suns in Italy, and then really fully experienced the fragrance at Scent Explorer 2019 back in November of last year. If you guys want to know all about this fragrance, which I highly suggest you stick around, it's coming up next. What's good, everyone? Max Forti again today with a full review. This particular fragrance, I got a lot of questions about when I featured this at my top fall niche fragrances of 2020. This is going to be a fragrance from Plume Impression, and the fragrance itself is called Rivalité Impériale, which is a French name, translating to English will be Imperial Rivalry. And of course, quality here is impeccable. Starting with the box, the presentation comes in this outer layer box here that you open up, and you'll find inside is something really exquisite and really nice that they did here. Extreme attention to detail, details about the company, about the fragrance here in the back of the box. The actual case the fragrance comes in is actually amazing. You can fit the fragrance perfectly in here for storage. It is stitched. You have this velvet kind of outer layer. The fragrance sits perfectly in here, and you can store it beautifully away from sunlight and natural elements to make sure your fragrance stays beautifully stored for many years to come. You have details here about how fragrance itself in Plume Impression ethos is to carry the fragrance and scents into beautiful string of memories and emotions. Beautifully made here. Again, this can become a gorgeous, picture holder for you if you want to hold pictures and memories. This can also be a little box that you can keep little memories and mementos if you'd like. In fact, Plume Impression has made some really nice accolades out there. It has won the Russian Fifi Awards for 2020 Concept Niche. Very quick and brief background on the house of Plume Impression. It is a French niche high-end luxury brand, and it has currently 6 fragrances in their portfolio. Again, extreme attention to detail. Love the design of the bottle, very heavy, glass here. We have the access glass at the bottom. Beautiful heavy cap with Plume, which is actually engraved at the top, and the sprayers are actually really beast on these fragrances. So I can attest to the fact that I've met the owners. I know the ethos of the company, which is, completely tied into memories and emotions, and the story behind each of these creations is just amazing and impeccable. And Rivalité Impériale is no different. This particular fragrance here is surrounding tobacco, but it's embellished by incredible, notes and accords that makes this an amazing fragrance. Definitely one of my favorite discoveries last year, which I covered for you guys on my favorite discoveries of 2019. And this is definitely one of my favorite tobacco fragrances of all time, definitely in the top 10. If I had to make a, keep 10 tobacco scents for life and toss the rest, this would make the top 5 easily. Plume Impression comes in an 80 ml, just like you're seeing here. And also there's a Discovery Kit, which I will, we'll leave that for the end. But anyway, it's available in 80 ml, just like you see here, and it retails for $240 where Plume Impression fragrances are sold. I'll have the link below of all the places that you can find this and a little gift for you guys towards the end. Plume Impression is an oriental spicy fragrance / tobacco-based scent, and it's actually an eau de parfum. Oh man, that initial blast is just so intoxicating good. And the nose behind this one here is Dahlia Izem. So this fragrance opens up lavishly, mesmerizing and intoxicating. It's that simple. Those are the 3 words that I would use to describe this fragrance. It opens up with almost a boozy, bourbon type of a facet with dried fruits. The dried fruits here are very up front and center. They're very natural-like. I think about dates. I think about all these beautiful crystallized and, caramelized dried fruits. That's what I get here. It's almost gourmand territory, but not quite. The tobacco here is, like I said, intoxicating and mesmerizing. It's one of the best tobaccos I've tried in fragrances. This is going to be more of a wet, juicy tobacco kind of a facet. Reminds me of a lot of great fragrances that I love that has this tobacco kind of accord. I think of Herod, I think of Amber Narguilé from Hermes. I think of those type of fragrances. That's the kind of tobacco that I get here. Needless to say, extreme quality, extremely well blended. Besides the tobacco that I talked about, there's a ton of cinnamon in here and spices, and also there is a mirabelle fruit, which is a type of a plum. It's a yellowish plum that matures, it ripens to this really delectable and delicious, lavishly sensual kind of a plum. And that is featured here. I think this is definitely one of the best tobacco / pump fragrances I've ever put my nose on. And I would go as far as saying that this is the crown jewel of the whole collection. I've tried all 6 of them for my personal taste, and you guys know I keep it 100. I always bring forth what I love, and this is definitely a love at first sniff for me. And I think if you share similar tastes to mine, if you have, if you like the fragrances I suggested to you over the past almost 9 years now here on YouTube, definitely consider checking this out. I think you're going to be very surprised at the quality and how good this stuff is. Another fragrance that this reminds me of, especially at the beginning due to that boozy kind of effect that I got with the opening, would be Barra Onda from the house of Nasomatto. So if you like all the fragrances that I talked about, Barra Onda from Nasomatto with that boozy, beautiful opening, Herod with that gorgeous tobacco, and of course, Ombre Narguilé from Hermescence, put it all together, that's what you get here. As you get into the heart of this fragrance, things will start to warm up even more. I recently sprayed here for you guys. I have the dry down on this hand. This is my scent of the day. So as you get into the heart, you'll get some tonka, perhaps some vanilla into this fragrance. Maybe some resins like benzoin that will really warm up the composition. A little bit more of a warmer facet will creep in. We're talking about patchouli, we're talking about tonka beans, which will give this fragrance almost a chocolatey feel, and the tonka will definitely add sweetness to the fragrance. It's never overbearing. Like I said, it's very well blended, but it packs up a punch. It is a very powerful scent in a sense that will last a long time. But we'll get to performance in just a sec. But I'm saying that heart will bring it even more of that warmth. That tobacco will be even more embellished with that cinnamon along with the tonka, the vanilla, perhaps some resins here, and that patchouli that I talked about. Just a heavenly scent. You're getting the picture, right? The dry down is incredibly sexy and sensually. Definitely going to attract people with this fragrance. If you're looking for a fragrance to give you compliments, to make you stand out in the crowd, to be warm, cozy, especially now for the holidays, if you're looking to cuddle with somebody you love, this is definitely one to consider. You're going to have a trifecta of labdanum, benzoin, and vanilla very strongly at the dry down at the base of this fragrance, really lifting up and embellishing the tobacco, the spices that I talked about, and almost that booziness effect that will stay here throughout the whole life of the fragrance, making this an outstanding, extraordinary elixir of sensuality, guys. Rivalité Impériale, no wonder why I love this stuff so much. There's so much going on in this fragrance that I love, and I think, like I said, top favorite 5 tobaccos of all time, this is definitely going to make that list. I think this company has a lot to offer so far with these 6, compositions. I think this is definitely my favorite because it's a, oriental spicy scent, embellishing and featuring the note of tobacco, which I love, especially at this time of the year, tobacco, leathers, resins. This has everything I love, guys. And I'm telling you right now, if you haven't tried this, definitely consider checking this out, and I'll make it possible for you guys in this video. Let's talk about performance, though, before we get into that. Performance with the stuff was actually quite stellar. I got 10+ hours on my skin. Pushes quite strong for the first 2 hours, especially if you like to spray your clothes like myself. I would not spray this area here because it is quite strong. It's got that sweetness, the spices that I talked about. You may get a little bit cloying, but this area here below your arms, the back of your hands, your crevices, it's going to be perfect. You're going to really radiate the scent. People are going to notice you, and you're going to smell like $1,000,000. Seasons, due to the profile, the spices, the tobacco, heavier fragrance, I think this will be great for, it's an eau de parfum. It's very well concentrated. Performance is great. We'll cut through winters, the cold season. So I think this will be great for the season we have right now, fall and winter, and perhaps spring. I think summertime, unless I'm in indoor situation and there's AC going on, I would probably not rock this for the summertime. I would probably leave this for fall and winter for sure. Ages, I think anybody that loves a ambery, sweet and spicy and sassy tobacco fragrance would absolutely love this fragrance. Gender-free, anybody can rock this, and rock they will, because you're gonna smell, like I said, like $1,000,000. My final thoughts on the house. Again, I have tried all 6 compositions. I think it's very much a great quality, niche, high-end luxury brand, and I think it's something that you guys should definitely consider checking out. Rivalité, definitely my favorite, and I know this is going to be a brand that will be here to stay, and I know you guys will be hearing a lot more from this brand in the next few years to come. And I can't wait to see more future releases of what this brand has to offer, in the next near future. Like I said, I know the owners. I think they stand for quality. They won't put their hands on unless they know it's something that's going to be a timeless kind of a situation here. And I think this is definitely one of those fragrances, guys. If you love tobacco, definitely consider checking this one out. I'll make this possible for you guys to check this out if you want to get yourself a bottle. I know it's not cheap, but you're going to get 15% off from this company with code MAX15, and you can use that code in all places that this fragrance is sold. This code I'm sharing with you today, MAX15, 15% off, is good until just 10 days from the time you're watching this video. So guys, don't snooze. It's a great chance to pick up anything from this collection. And I'll have linked below all locations that actually sells Plume Impression fragrances, because there's only 3 places here in the US. So again, I'll have all that stuff linked below. If you guys want to check this out, it's a great opportunity. And I'll give you guys one better. Since it's Christmas week right now, today is the 21st that I'm recording this video, I'm going to hook you guys up with a sample, a discovery kit, which has all 6 fragrances, including this fragrance right here. So all you have to do will be listed in the description of this video. Follow directions so you guys can participate, and of course come back within a week's time to check out the top of the comments. I will pin the winner's comment to the top, and of course you guys will get back to me and I'll get in touch with you and ship this straight to your door. This is US only at this time, guys. Of course, I always have international giveaways for you guys, but this time US only, guys. Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Hope you guys have a great week ahead, and I hope, prayers and thoughts for a much better 2021. I know we need it. This year's been very trying and very challenging for all of us. We had some great ups and highs and lows, ups and downs, but I'm thinking that next year has a lot of great light and good things for us here in the fragrance community. So with that thought, thank you so much, guys, for your support. As always, don't forget to leave me a like. If you guys love the channel, please show your support. Touch the little subscriber button for a lot more. And of course, hit the little bell notification icon so you guys can get videos like these straight into your feed. As always, remember, guys, fragrance is an extension of your personality. It's an expression of who you are. So choose your fragrance wisely and wear what truly moves you. I'll see you right back here again very soon.